Hello fellow ponders, it's Paul Holdeman with the Pond Gnome. And today I want to talk to you about our current most frequent call we're getting. It's springtime and people are looking at the internet, and one of the big questions we're getting is, do I need to drain and clean my pond every year? And where this comes from is the frozen part of the country. Everywhere in the country where it freezes, the deciduous trees fill the pond with leaves just before the pond freezes over. And then all those leaves sit in the pond and ferment and turn the water a tea or even coffee colored. And then when the ice thaws out, people are looking at coffee in their pond, right? So in those parts of the country and in those cases, absolutely you have to drain and clean your pond every year. But here in the desert Southwest, we don't have that freezing thing. So as a result of our ponds not freezing, our skimmer, our circulation system, and our mechanical skimmer system is 365 days a year. It's operational and it's cleaning all the leaves out of the pond. So we don't have near that kind of a problem. So with a few easy steps throughout the year, you can avoid ever having to drain and clean your pond in the valley. You know how I know that? We have clients that have never drained and cleaned their pond in over 15 years, and their ponds still look clean and beautiful like it was just built last year. Here's how to do that. Number one, empty your skimmer basket frequently. Once a week, most of the year. If you've got a bunch of trees around that are dropping a lot of flowers or a lot of leaves during the fall, a lot of flowers in the spring, make sure you're emptying it every time it needs it. With enough trees, that might be 3 times a week. Usually it's only 2 times a week. And again, for the majority of the year, once a week is enough. The bottom line is keep that skimmer basket clean so it's fully functional all the time. The second thing is to remove all of the spent flowers and leaves off of your aquatic plants. If your lilies bloom, don't just let that bloom die and sink to the floor and become rotten mulm on the floor of your pond. Once that bloom is spent and once those leaves turn yellow, snap those off. It's easy, it takes seconds. And that is probably the number one cause of mulm on the floor of the pond, is allowing the leaves of the plants to just fall to the pond and rot within the pond. Keep those removed. That'll go a long way towards keeping you from having to drain and clean your pond. The third thing, don't overstock your pond. People will put too many fish or a bunch of fish and a couple of turtles, or they just overfeed their pond. Any food that isn't fully processed by the livestock living within your pond is going to go to the floor and become part of the mulm that you have to drain and clean your pond to get out the floor of the pond. 4 is when branches or large things or anything sinks to the floor of your pond, you're admiring your pond and you can see stuff sitting on the floor that would be easy to net out. Get yourself a long-handled net, sweep that across the floor of the pond once in a while to keep things from just sitting there on the floor and rotting and becoming mulmy. By the way, sweeping that net across the floor of the pond twice a month will also kick up any sediment that is there and cause it to filter out into the circulation system. It's a great way to keep your floor from building up sediment. The last thing is, every once in a while add a little extra beneficial bacteria to your pond. Now most of the people that are really meticulous with their ponds do this once a week, but honestly, once or twice a month is plenty. You put a few pinches of bacteria around your pond, that'll help digest the sediment that does take place in your pond and convert that into plant food so your plants can take it up out of the water and do their thing. And maintaining the plants is easy, as we've discussed in previous videos. Now, if this all sounds really daunting to you, the fact of the matter is we offer all kinds of maintenance packages that you can find on our website, weekly, monthly, quarterly. We'll help you out with some of this maintenance. We're happy to do so. Main thing is, happy pondering. We look forward to seeing you soon. Happy pondering.